I've been driving on this road for hours, or maybe it's been days. Time seems to stretch and compress like a surreal dream on this desolate highway. The landscape is eerily repetitive. The same gnarled trees, the same abandoned gas stations, the same empty horizon. The road just keeps going, looping back on itself in a never-ending cycle. At first, I thought I was just lost. I had set out for a simple drive to clear my head, escape the monotony of my daily routine. But as the hours passed, a creeping sense of unease settled in. I tried turning around, taking different exits, but every turn, every detour, led me back to this same unending stretch of asphalt. The radio, once a source of solace with its cheerful music and chatter, now only emits static, interspersed with a barely audible, distorted message that warns, "Turn back." But back to where? The concept of direction has lost its meaning here. My phone, useless, has no signal, and the GPS just shows an endless loop. I'm alone, with only my thoughts for company, thoughts that grow darker with each passing mile. The fuel gauge is worryingly low, but strangely, it never seems to completely run out. It's as if the road itself is sustaining me, keeping me trapped in this liminal space. Night falls, but it's unlike any night I've known. The darkness is absolute, a thick blanket of blackness that the car's headlights can barely penetrate. I should be tired, should need to sleep, but exhaustion eludes me. It's as though this road has taken not just my sense of direction, but my very need for rest. I remember reading about phantom roads, mythical, endless journeys that trap unwary travelers. Stories I dismissed as folklore, tales to scare children. But now I wonder if I've become a part of such a tale, a modern-day Sisyphus condemned to drive an eternal highway. Hope wanes with each repeated landmark, that broken billboard with its faded, indecipherable message, the solitary crow that perches on a dead tree, watching me pass again and again. It feels like a silent sentinel, a witness to my endless journey. In moments of desperation, I shout into the void, begging for release, for an end to this journey. But my pleas are swallowed by the vast emptiness, unanswered and seemingly unheeded. As I drive, the border between reality and nightmare blurs. Is this a punishment, a test, or simply a random twist of fate? My mind races with questions that have no answers. The road continues to unfurl before me, an infinite ribbon of tarmac beneath a starless sky. I've come to accept that I may never find my way off this path. This unending road has become my reality, a surreal existence where all I can do is keep driving, searching for an end I'm no longer sure exists. It was one of those nights that made you feel like the darkness itself was alive, breathing down the back of your neck. I was hauling a load cross-country, the kind of long haul that keeps you on the road when everyone else is tucked up in bed. The road was just a ribbon of moonlit asphalt, stretching out into nothingness. That's when I saw her, a young woman on the side of the road, thumb out, looking like she was running from the devil himself. Now, I ain't usually one to pick up hitchhikers. Heard too many stories that curl your hair. But something in her eyes got to me. She looked scared half to death, the kind of scared you don't fake. She climbed into the cab, clutching a small bag like it was all she had in the world. "Thank you," she whispered, voice shaking. "I need to get away from here." I nodded, putting the rig back into gear. "Where are you headed?" I asked, trying to keep it light. "Far. As far as you're going," she said, and there was a desperation in her voice that made me not want to press any further. We rode in silence for a while, the only sound the hum of the engine and the occasional crackle of the CB radio. Then, she said something that sent chills down my spine. "Whatever you do, don't look in the rearview mirror." Now, I ain't superstitious, but that request rattled me. I focused on the road, but curiosity's a powerful thing. The more I thought about it, the more that mirror seemed to be calling to me, whispering for me to take just one little look. Finally, I couldn't stand it no more. I glanced up into the rearview mirror, and I saw it. An ever-consuming darkness, like the night itself had come alive, swallowing up the world behind me. My heart skipped a beat, cold fear washing over me. "You shouldn't have done that," the woman whispered. But when I turned, she was gone. Vanished into thin air, leaving nothing but her bag on the seat beside me. I looked back up, heart pounding, and the mirror showed the road just as it was before, moonlit and empty. Shaking, I reached for her bag, curiosity battling with dread. Inside, I found an old newspaper clipping. It had a picture of her, the same desperate eyes. The headline read, "Emily Carter, 22, dies in tragic car accident on Highway 39. The same stretch of highway I was on. The date on that clipping was exactly 20 years ago today. I dropped that paper like it was on fire, trying to wrap my head around it. The road's still quiet, stretching on forever. But I know this is one of those stories I'll be telling for a long time, way past when the sun comes up.